Hey, I'm photographer Marc Serota. I've traveled all over the world and taken award-winning shots of celebrities and sports icons like Michael Phelps at the Olympics, Major League Baseball players, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, you name it. Come along with me and I'll show you some cool tips on how to take better photos and use motif.
So now I want to talk to you a little bit about catching the moment, all right? In my philosophy, when it comes to photography, there's always going to be a moment, whether it's a portrait session, whether it's your kids on Christmas getting ready to open their presents, or whether it's during a sports moment, whether it's your kid's soccer game, or whether it's taken during the Olympics. You're always looking for that peak moment. Now, that's not to say there aren't several images that you're going to look to capture during the making of that moment, but you always want to be looking for that absolute moment. So for me, for example, I'm setting up at the Olympics and I'm getting ready to shoot Usain Bolt, fastest man in the world. And I know that this particular race, he's going to be looking to break a world record. He's been talking about it in the media. I've done my homework. I've prepared and looked at the people who are challenging him. It's going to be a strong field, so he'll actually push as hard as he can. I put a lot into what I'm thinking about prior to setting up my cameras and getting ready to shoot the event. So let's go through a series of pictures for me to be lining up that ultimate moment. So here you have Usain Bolt in the actual starting blocks. All right, now, that's a strong picture, especially when he's taking that one big breath, getting ready to put his head down and wait for the starting gun. So now you see the gun goes off, they're already up and running down the lane. That's a really strong picture to have him, coming straight at you and running hard. You see a couple of pictures in this sequence. Here's a few more where he's running towards the finish line. And then he's actually going to come up upon the finish line, and right as he passes the finish line, boom, there's a great image. But that's not the moment. Okay, the key moment is about to come up when he runs past the crowd and holds up that #1 finger. All right, the whole idea is to try to get the image of that. That's the cover of a magazine. That's the billboard shot you want to take. That's the money picture. All right, so you really want to be looking for those key moments. And then, of course, after it's all over with and he does the big lightning bolt pose, those are more of those key moments. You also may be lucky enough, if you have a nice angle, to catch a moment while he's running where he sticks out his tongue or smiles at the camera or winks. He's been known to do that. Again, part of his homework. And so if you're looking at this particular image, that's a key moment. This picture was taken in a pan blur, so it also gives you that really cool movement effect. And of course, catching him with his tongue out like that is a real strong moment. Now let's go through a couple of more key moments in sports and other assignments that I've made. And this picture of Dwayne Wade, this is one of those moments where Dwayne is telling the crowd, this is my house. All right, you want to look for his mouth open, the expression on his face. That kind of jubilation and moment is what you're really trying to capture. Now we're moving on to a picture of Kobe Bryant. Here he is about to make a layup under the basket. Look how strong that is. You want to catch him at the height, not necessarily when the ball's rolling out of his fingers or going through the cylinder, but you want to show how high he is off the floor. Let's move on to this picture of Tiger Woods. Here's another great example. Tiger, makes a long putt. Look, he'll be out there all the time holding up trophies and blasting out of the sand and making great images on the tee box. But to capture Tiger with that passionate fist bumper, you're going to get that mostly right at the end of the tournament when when he's about to win or actually wins the event. So what you're really looking for is not necessarily the putt or the initial watching it go in, but wait till he gives that fist pumper, those arms in the air, that jubilation moment, and that will be the key. All right, last but not least, I've got this picture from the Super Bowl. This is former NFL coach Dick Vermeil and Hall of Fame quarterback Kurt Warner, and the look on their face, this is long after the game is over. This is the embrace you want. This is the moment. Kurt's viewed Coach Vermeil as a mentor, a father-like figure to him. You know it because you've been covering them all year. You know how close they are. You know that that moment is going to happen, and you just want to be ready for it.